Right, just give me a second. Sorting out a couple of bits so my microphone doesn't whack into things. Right, okay, so we've got another week or another day of consoling ourselves in Halloween month, where we're this time looking at the Sega Master System. Just let me double check something as well, because I know which games I've put on. So I think I sorted out the Master System ones. Yeah. We're going to play a bit more Ghouls and Ghosts like we did last week. Then we're going to move over to Ghost House. Game Gear, that's what we needed to do. It was, okay, what I did put in this. I need to edit the stream title, do apologise. Should be just Sega. I thought we were moving over to Nintendo, but we're not, so that's my fault. So let's update that, get that correct. So I need to pick up Alien Syndrome. I will do that after Ghost House. And then I think the week after we'll look at SNES and NES titles. Yep, that's right. Okay, no problem. So let's go back to Ghouls and Ghosts. SMS. Yep. So as you can already see, the Mr. thing at the top left has now got Sega logo under there, and that's for when I start doing, you know, Sega streams on the Mr. that I can switch between systems. I don't have to keep changing the logo. I need to get a specific one for Mega Drive and what's the other one? This one, Master System and stuff like that. So I'll get that sorted. I've also got, just split the screen so it doesn't mess with the stuff. So I think I added that one. I've also added the Nintendo one. Sega Saturn's ready. What else did I put? I think I put the Mr. 486 on there. I think you've already seen that. Dreamcast is now on there now. And I've now put a standard Amiga one, which I used on Friday. I think I need to resort that because it's a little too big. More than that, I think. What have I got to put on this now? Yeah, specific systems a bit more. I've got to do. Oops. There we go. Right, oh, before I start, I would want to say thank you to Micromagic for the follow. I also want to thank the Last Time Lord for the shout out for his last stream. I do apologise. I did stay a little bit for that stream and then I fell asleep. So if you did one that was after I'd noticed or before I'd noticed, I completely forgot about it. But thank you again for the shout out. I need to get tweets ready for the thanks for afterwards. I just not had a chance yet. My cat is now sat on the HDMI splitter, so be careful when the sound cuts out occasionally because she's a bugger. But there we go, that is my cat for you. Right, Ghouls and Ghosts. Yeah, I always keep doing that. I always think, oh, I can get a few shots off. But because this is a slower conversion, I can't quickly shift. Sorry, I can't shift quickly enough. So sometimes I can, and sometimes it's not possible. Yeah, no. Yeah, knew that was coming. I couldn't stay down low enough before, because I'd already, yeah, you kind of figured out what happened, but yeah. No need for me to tell you that. Right. Can you actually hear this? Right. Yeah, you can, that's fine. Just I can't see much in the USB headphones. I did not get a chance to sort my audio out as well. Really need to get around to doing that. Managed to do this once before and I can't remember how I did it. I just managed to do it. I think I was really lucky. Yeah, I was really lucky. I think I took advantage of the iframes at that point. Red armor. I distinctly remember the Mega Drive version of this being a little bit harder. Yeah, always miss that one. At least with this version, you get to keep the upgraded armor. It's a proper interesting port. This one is a shop. Yeah, it does. That's what kind of interested me about this. And the fact that you can actually have upgraded armor. I think I got to green last time, possibly. Okay, I can't remember. I think I did, yeah. I'll have to see how much this is physically. I wonder if it's going to be kind of expensive, though, because it's going to be one of those ports that's kind of sought after. The problem is this is a bit different, yeah. Because I remember in the actual version of this, I say actual version, I mean the non-changed port version of this. If you ignore the first, if you've still got the armor, you ignore the first chest, you go for the second chest, usually what happens is you get the upgraded armor. But obviously this is a bit different. I need to mod my SMS as well. Playing this in 50Hz is so painful. I don't mind it, to be honest. And this is what happens when I press the hang on a minute, yep. The start button. I get a choice between fire and thunder, and I get the status of the helmet and stuff, and I'm like, I really need the manual for this sort of thing. Let me just see here. Here we go. 28 box, but not in stock at the moment. You know, funny enough, I actually went to CX in Manchester recently. My jaw hit the ground. They had, in the window, an unboxed Street Fighter 2. I think it was like a tenner. And then there was something next to it that expected to be more money and it wasn't. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Am I dreaming of something? Anyway, I'm just going to pop over to webcam side because it's good to see if I can test the text still pops up. So if you remember me saying about the third party SMS thing, this here, just get it angled better, is the third party Master System thing that I've got. And then if I open it up, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So there we go. You can see it's got the pass-through thing, and there's a little button to the side here. I think that's the reset button. I've not tested it yet, so I don't know if it works. So that's an example of one of the third-party ones, and I got this from, is it the Retro Hunter? And I asked him how much it was, and he said he'd send it down, so I'm quite happy I got that. So this is called the Pro Games Master. So I'm looking forward to testing that. I've only got a few SMS games. I've only got a few Master System games, and it's kind of in this cupboard down here, which is a pain in the ass to get to at the moment. Because I've got my works laptop here. You remember I was saying about you can just about see up here, there's the box Mega Drive there. If I move this up a bit, there you go. Excuse, there's a shock mount for the microphone, but box Mega Drive, number 1 CD Mega CD number 1, 32X, and at the very top you can see in fact I'll bring it back down for you. So Sega Saturn Nights into Dreams 3D pad includes, and I will show you what includes. It's a bit difficult at the top here, so sorry about that. That's just good. Let me just catch up with what you were saying, Plunger. like like a bass converter, but like a third party one. Who made that? I'm not sure. Check. Got it in the case as well. Let's have a look. Who made this? Daytel Electronics, apparently. In Fenton Industrial Estate, Fenton, Stoke-on-Trent. That's where that comes from, apparently. Wanted to make a CD1, it looks so much cooler than the Model 2. Yeah, it's got that kind of proper 90s. I don't like the CD2 because it's kind of, it opens up and it's very smaller. Very small. It's a lot smaller. Got a Japanese one. Yeah. So yeah, so you don't really need to show you this bit. But what I will show you is the two included games, which you probably know what they are, but I'm going to show them off anyway. So this is the standard Nights into Dreams, and this one is the Christmas edition that comes with it. So I have both, and that's one of my sort of bit treasured ones on there. Yeah, it came with this one. Let me just double check what it says on the box. I don't know if it came with it originally, but when I bought this, it came with it. So I don't know. It just says here, Nights into Dreams plus 3D control pad. I didn't see anything on the instructions, actually. I don't see anything about it, just says about the pad itself. It doesn't really say anything about the games that I can quickly see. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's really I've got, and it's the instructions in the two games, so. And I have done I think a YouTube video or something when I used to do my Christmas ones, with when I did Nights into Dreams. I don't think I'll be doing. I might do a pre-Christmas stream this year because I'm gonna have I've done it. I'm doing alternate days with my parents in here. So what I mean by that is, during COVID, obviously I stayed here for Christmas, but obviously I didn't go around to see my mum, and usually I see my mum and dad over at Christmas Day. So I think this year I'm doing Christmas Day with them, and then next year I'm staying here, which means I can do streams on Christmas days and stuff. So right, but anyway, that's that big tower of power pot. Let's move this back down. Switch back to the main. Yep, fine, cool. I always wondered how the Christmas one was sold. Yeah, I think it came with it. Well, no, it did come with the box, but I don't know if it came with the box originally. That's the issue. It probably did, actually. We've got box no more. Used the 3D pad when I played Panzer Dragon Zara. Thanks for sharing, no problem. Yeah. I've been looking at, in fact, on the Mister here, I did actually look up the. You know what? I will show you this now because you're probably the only viewer here and you're probably interested in this anyway. Because I can get back to Goals and Ghosts in a sec. So if I just go back to the cores. So the Saturn core had a very small mini update, and one of them was to rework the CD. I'm just going to show that off quickly now. Okay, so I've got to be careful here because the regions will not set properly. You've got to set the region properly. But for example, what it used to do was, excuse me, when it used to load the CD side, it would kind of stop partway through. Now it's kind of got past that now with the CD fix. So some games will still stop, but it's after the CD's loaded. So Sonic Art runs really well. I'm going to quickly show you how that looks. Not all games work properly. See, it's stuff like this that sometimes happens. Did I do... Let me just try this again. Yeah, it's being worked on still. And as you can hear, there's no sound, but some games do have some bits of sound in. It's not always the same. Alright, this should be working now. So I think this is one of the only ones, or one of the few ones that actually work with the 3D. So you can just about hear the music there. I'm just going to do a quick run through. I'm not going to do a massive one on this particular game. So you can see all the nice 3D stuff working nicely on that. And that's improved, I think, since last time. And when you get into the game here, I think the water section's improved as well since I've last looked at it. I'm not very good at this game, so this is going to show off how badly I am on this. And before, if I remember rightly, the water effects weren't even that good. It was just kind of, I think it was just a blue and that was it. And now you can see the reflections on here. So I don't know if that's been done since. I just remember it saying that the CD section got reworked. It's cool they have a call for this now. Yeah. Like the PSX one. So that's Sonic CD. That's one of the ones that's working. Let me just think of one that's... I mean, this used to work, this 2097, and this was really good. This was another one. But it seems to not work properly now, so I don't know whether it's going to work this time. If you haven't got Sonic, I would like to get it at some point. Looked an interesting racer, yeah. Now it just black screens at this point on this one. Can I reset it maybe? I mean, it could be that oh, it's flashing, so it's working now. Just flick through these. Yeah, okay, let's see if this still works fine. Yeah, this looks fine. The other problem is sometimes you can start playing these games a little bit and it just stops partway through. But I think, if I remember rightly on this one, it didn't. But I've not tested it since. See if it stops or if it lets me have at least. You can just about hear the music on this one. You might not be able to, but I can. Which is sort of good in a way, because I think once you upload it to YouTube in about a week, I don't think they're going to have too much of a problem with it. Although I did notice that they didn't like the music on this and they got copyrighted for it. Just about hear it, yeah. Oops. Blow it up. Ran out of time. Just check what the volume is. Yeah, the volume is at full. So I'm assuming that's going to get fixed when, obviously, the core gets worked on again. But the fact that there's now 2 playable 3D games in this is really good. I think I already have Wipeout on this. On my... Sorry, I think I already have Wipeout on my Saturn anyway. But isn't 2097 the second one? And it's called something different in America. I can't remember. Yeah, so this seems to be behaving fine. So, I'll give you an example of a game that's not working too well. So I've got a folder of not working. So one of the games that would fuck up during the CD run would be, say, this one. But since the CD got fixed, I think it should be fine. Yeah, music and Wipeout games do get flagged sadly, yeah. US is, yeah, that's it, Wipeout XL. As you can see, the CD FMV sequences are working fine. So let us see. Let me just skip this a second. So we get to here. Last time what it did was it just paused. So we get to here. And I'm just pressing all the buttons now and nothing. Whereas beforehand it'd get to the beginning bit of the like the first 10 seconds of the CD and it just cut out completely. So I want this game if for the amazing cutscenes, yeah. That's why I want this game for 2 things. I want at some point I'm going to get the it's what's it called? Is it the Saibatsu or something? Basically, you know, on the back of the Saturn, you've got the section where you can put the MPEG stuff in. Well, someone's created a I think I've already mentioned this before, but somebody's created a like a something can go into the back of it, but there's an SD card that you can load games from. So yeah, it sits in a video cloud slot and it does that, loads games from it, and it's about 200 quid. But I think it's gonna be worth it considering some games like Cotton Boomerang, which is still about £200, or even the Japanese version, or Battle Greek, because there's no way I'm spending 175 quid on that. Not a chance. So it's initially expensive, but in the long run, it'll kind of sort of pay for itself. What else have I seen on this? Yeah, I think here's a good example of one that you can start playing and it just cuts off partway through. Although I think I've got the wrong... Yeah, I've got the wrong BIOS because it's supposed to be Japan. think it was this one. Oh, are you gonna crap out on me already? What's this? A lot away from the screen. It's it's Taito's. They've basically bundled together Chase Headquarters and a sequel. And I think it's Japan only. Let me just redo this. I think it's. Your live things always go wrong. What do you mean? I know some of them do, but not all of them do. Oh, you mean this? Yeah, but to be fair, this is kind of beta anyway. And I'm only just showing off what's here and there. I know some of these don't work, and that's why I've already mentioned that anyway. You know, yeah, this core is very unstable. It looks like still. Sometimes I've got to kind of reload the core completely. Oh, I mean, like when you want to show something off, it will go wrong when you're live and popping up when you're just trying to things out after. Occasionally, sometimes that happens. Yeah, right. So there we go. Cross your fingers, that'll let me through. Now I've not tried this version. I'm gonna go and try this one again. Let's crash again. Yeah, it's really unstable. So yeah, like I said, even offline, I was managing to get this to work. This seems to be decent port of at least HH's headquarters. Let me do one that like I said, this one cuts out partway through the game. That's fine. Congo, I think, actually started. Darius 2, I don't think I've checked. Darius Gaiden works okay. Magic Nitrate. So this is Con 2. Let's do this one. Now, some games in this as well, they've got this screen, so it's kind of like, if you imagine the screen here, the game screen does this, so you can actually see like half the head or half the game because it's so stretched all the way up and down, and that's what I've seen some games do. So like I said, it's very some games are okay, some games are not. So Cotton here have put in a working section, but actually isn't properly. Got the intro. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's playing up to the, but it's enough to show that there is some good stuff and that it is working relatively well, considering they said that this was Saturn was probably never going to happen. It looks like it is going to do pretty well. It just needs to be finished, really. Playing some Cotton on PC Engine. Never really played it before, but enjoying it. Yeah, it's a good one. It's Cotton. Right, let's get back to the main part of what Rob is doing. It's a bit of Ghouls and Ghosts. But yeah, that's a sound for you. It's still work in progress. It's getting there. I think the guy doing it is he lives in Ukraine, I think it is. And despite all the stuff that's going on, he's still managing to pull his stuff out, and that's very impressive. If I remember rightly, that's the case. I think he also did the PSX core as well. Good, well, good way to forget about the crap going on in this country, yeah. We've got 37, so I'm going to play this for another 30 minutes, and then I'm going to switch to... There's a game called Ghost House on this Master System. That's what I'll switch to. And then I think... Yeah, and then I've got to go and grab Alien Syndrome for the Game Gear. I was suggested by... when I spoke to Thunder Goes last week, after I'd raided to him to play Master of Darkness, but I kind of didn't really want to because it was too fresh in my mind, and I know a lot of people would have seen his, so it's trying to get some games that people haven't really seen properly, which is why I did the Ooze and what did I do last week on the Mega Drive? Did the Ooze, which isn't very well known. What was the other ones I did? I can't remember now. You'll probably remember what it was that I did, but I'm just trying to do something a bit different. Going to be looking for a bit of setup with dinner, no problem. Ghost House, doing a bit, not seeing it, cool. That's exactly what I wanted to. Well, no means to be rude here, but it's kind of what I needed to hear because it means I can do new things that not many people have done. Yeah, I know what you mean, no problem. Cool. And it's always good for me to actually kind of explore the systems as well. And not try and get bogged down with the same games over and over again. So this is the boss bit. Door to the boss area. Might take me a couple of attempts to do this. I need to work out why the F is there. You know what? I'm going to pause this a second moment. Ghouls and ghosts. Mass system. Manual. There we go. So if anybody needs to look at the manual, it is here. Now on the manual it says on the Sega screen, press up or down to select the type of magic, which you can see on the left here. Excuse me. Button 1, start the game. Press to attack and press and hold to use the magic is button 1. And then 2 is the jump. So you can shoot up, shoot while crouching, shooting down while jumping, using magic. When Arthur and Magic Gauge start flashing, lift your finger from the button. So it looks like you should be able to do the magic at any point. Magic gauge shows how much magic Arthur can use. Every time he uses his magic, he loses some units. The number of units he loses is determined by the type of magic he uses. Okay. Secret gates. When these gates appear, enter them. Sometimes you'll meet an old man who will restore your life and magic. Other gates lead you to a chamber where an old man gives you weapons and armor. And some doors lead you to ... So, like, I think we just seen, there was one door that led us to the back boss, but I think that's because we were quite near the exit to the next level. Types of armor. Helmet allows you to use magic. The amount of magic you can use increases whenever you get a new helmet. Armor earns you extra hearts. Shoes make you run faster and can also make you jump better. The colour of the helmet, armor and shoes determines how much protection Arthur has. So silver is minimum protection, followed by red, green and gold. Gold is max protection. Weapons, we've got javelin, we've got dagger, we've got axe, we've got discus, the fireball, and then it talks about the magic. Okay, fair enough. Let's carry on playing for that. Keep it on fire. Let's see if we can use this. Yes, okay, right. So we'll use a pot of fire. Ah! I forgot about that. Continue on. Question is, can I use the magic when I don't have armor? I have to try that. No, because it disappears, right? Okay. Need to... So I'm gonna be careful. Around here's the drop. I just missed it. That's brilliant. Nope. It's that second fucking drop. I don't believe it. So it should be around here. Yes. Oh, you piece of... I think these should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's about here. And not too fussed about that. Okay, so... Yeah. Yeah. What we are? Cool. Let's say 10 minutes. What? Yeah, so in 10 minutes, about 6, I'll need to go and feed my cat, so it'll only take about 5 minutes. And then... So, no, it's going to take 10 minutes, it should take me about 5. And then we can switch games. Oh, yeah. Just about to get to the end bit, and I've got a feeling I've got a boss at that top, top right with the bridges. There's no way to get past the next section without, I think, going in that little secret area. Jesus, I'm cutting it fine. No. Every time I keep ducking, I keep thinking, oh, I'll be able to not get hit by this, and then I somehow still managing to get hit. I think the collision detection in cases can be off, and it's throwing me a bit. That's more than that, still okay. These should be horrible. I think I'm also forgetting to throw spears up as well. I'm not helping. And that I keep forgetting about. And that was my own stupid fault. So there we go. Wasted time for the fire. What does the other one do? Ah, okay, that might be a good one. It's not diagonal. But you still get hit regardless. Fucking hell. Ooh, Jesus. Ignore the... Stop trying to get the one at the bottom. I'm just going to ignore that one now. So, I need to remember, before I get here, I'll drop somewhere. There we go, got it. Oh, this guy. Can't remember the name of this one. I was quite lucky to do that. Whoa! Ah! Well, at least it got a bit further. Ah, I did press jump then, but it didn't bloody work. I do like the fact that you got continues. So you can kind of see a bit forward into the game. I pressed jump again! Fuck's sake. Let's ignore this. I can't without... Okay. Am I not being able to... There we go. I don't even know how those fire demons managed to go through my feet without me getting hit by it, but Okay, I'll take the non-hit. Yeah, maybe I can jump up on... Yeah, I can. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Right. What are we on? Got a couple of minutes. Oh, now the chest doesn't pop up. How? How was that gonna get me? Fucking hell. That part is a little tricky. I don't know if it was just... I don't know. Well, that was a close one. No. Right, one more last quick go, and then I'm gonna feed the cats, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll change it to Ghost House. Have a quick look at the manual to see what it's about. See, this is the problem. If I go a little too far forward, I can't jump. And then I'm lucky on some occasions where I can jump it. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing wrong there. Alright, whatever. I will be back. Give me a second. I need to feed the cat, so I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll leave this on though for demonstration and stuff like that, so you at least got something to see. So be alright back. Right, apologies for that. It took a bit longer than I should have done, but basically fed my two cats, and usually Henry, the outdoor one, likes to, you know, because obviously he's outdoor, and he usually knows when it's time to feed him, but this time he decided not to be around. I'm assuming he had the sneaky feed next door, so I'm upstairs. And then I hear him crying outside, so I had to run back down to open the door for him. Such a bug at times. Anyway, that's what you get with cats. So we need to switch the games to the, is it the Ghost House? Let me have a quick look for the manual. Ghost House manual. Right, no, that's the second. There we go. I really don't like Sega Retro's one, because it takes ages to flick through, but I think I've got no other choice at the moment. So, Sega Retro's manual for this game that I'm going to put on in a minute is that. Let me just switch games now, so we're not... There we go. Okay, I'll go to house. Right, the manual says... It says you're about to inherit the family jewels if you can get to them, that is. They're hidden somewhere inside Count Dracula's mansion, which wouldn't be such a big deal if Dracula's bats, fire blowers, mummies and other deadly weirdos weren't hiding there too. You'll have to ward off or destroy everything that gets in the way, no matter how grotesque. So we've got there's the base from Fire Blower Nick, Death Treasure. Right, okay. Oh, okay. You'll have to keep punching to find the secret key that opens Dracula's coffin and captures the 5 precious stones, all before you run out of power. Ghoul luck, you're gonna need it. There's 5 Draculas and all 4 of them are dummies, but each one's a precious stone and must be destroyed. Something about punching, so I'll have to find out what the controls are. There we go. So climb the ladder, press up to go down, press down. Right and left is right and left. Crawl to the right, push in between the down and right arrows, so it's a diagonal. Okay. Jump push button 1 to push button 2. While jumping, the punch button and or direction controller can be used. Right, okay. Right, so I just needed a quick overview on that before I started playing. Let's get into it. There's a key. So these fire blowers really take some hits. Okay, and there's some areas where I can drop down. Invisible floors, sorry. A lot of areas to go through. And that's Dracula, I'm assuming. Because it's coughing. Okay. Oh, we're gonna die before I kill him. This is tough, the Dracula bits. I don't seem to be landing a punch. So it looks like the enemies, if you don't have a key, one of them will drop it at any time. And then the next job is to go and find a Dracula's coffin, which is there. It looks like it's punch to activate the I'm doing a bit better this time. Recon. Come on, go into your human form. It's good that you're not stuck in one area. You can kind of wander out. It's not easy. There's another Dracula thing. I wonder if that one's easier. Oh, there's a raid. Give me a sec. Just give me a sec. Thank you, Taralu, for the raid. And thank you to John Glib and Grasso Maniac for the follows. Currently doing some excuse me a minute. Wow, this pause really shit. And thank you again, Taralu, for the raid. For the follow. So basically at the moment I've spent the past couple of weeks, got a couple of Sundays doing horror games on the console bits, hence the name Console Yourself with Halloween month. Now, previous to that, I was doing Tomb Raider. We've got 2 levels left to do in Tomb Raider. I'm going to switch that until the beginning of November to get rid of, Halloween stuff before that. That's what we're doing now. I'll let you know what we're playing for the rest of the day. Well, not the rest of the stream, sorry. So, we were playing Ghouls and Ghosts before on the Master System. We're playing Ghost House now. I've never seen this. I've never played this. I have heard of it. And then we've got Game Gear Alien Syndrome after this. Next week is going to be either NES or SNES. And then we're going to look at Game Boy and PC Engine. We last week played Decap Attack, The Ooze, and Castlevania Bloodlines. Those were some interesting ones. So I'm trying to look for something that's not 100% the same that you've probably seen before. And that's what we're doing currently. I'm hearing voices one moment. Finally cleared the adverts. Oh, sorry, Antaeus. Right. If you didn't hear what I said, I'll give you a moment and then I can re-say what I've just said. Just let me see if I can defeat this. This is not working out for me. Okay, I wasn't expecting to get knocked back to the bottom level. Move over here, so no. Right, so basically what we're seeing is that Dracula is a pain in the ass to kill. Right, just give me a sec, let me have another look at the manual. Doesn't really say much, okay. So it's a very simple but tough game, I believe. These podcasts are going to kill me. Are you listening to like 7 podcasts at the same time? I know it's difficult to kind of catch up with them all. I was catching up with which one was I catching up with? It was from Friday. The name will come to me in a minute. Ravi, Danwood, Joe, come on, I should know this. Retro, that's it. What I was catching up with. So we're talking to Tech Tangents, Shelby. He's a pretty good YouTuber. And he does streams as well. Oh, you were hosting? Okay. Started a video podcast on the stream. Had a bunch of people on it. It was a COVID special. Be in YouTube soon if she remembers to download it. Okay. Send me a link to it and I'll have a listen. Right, so this Dracula's a pain in the ass. There's 4 of them, I think, or 5 of them. So let's see if we can find another one. Oh, there's another one I just accidentally opened. That's not a good plan. I'm just gonna die on this. Yep. The pause on that is not very good. There we go. Grassomaniac, myself, DC Flake, his girlfriend Badger are all there. And John Glib. But I'm not sure you know him. Sorry. I probably said Glib when I meant Gilb. Yes, it's Gilb, isn't it? I don't think I've heard of John Gilb. I've heard of Badger, because apparently he doesn't know what a Vectrex is, but apparently that was him joking about it. I don't know if that which one of those is true. It was madness, because that was to do with oh, my brain's gone. Give me a second. Blackpool. This is what happens when brain fogging starts. I have to do this kind of almost charades thing to get round to what I'm trying to get at. Play Expo, that's what I'm thinking of. Quang? Yeah, Quang and Badger, but wasn't it Badger that said didn't know what a Vectrex is? Because I can't believe that Quang doesn't know. With all the kind of crazy systems he's got, including Cassiopeia, and he's got that really interesting Dreamcast one with the it's a TV with the ports built into it, and he's got all the systems. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, there's a paint. Right, okay, so if I go around, I should be able to get that. Where's that coffin? There's a key. Where the fuck is that coffin gone? Unless I've got to go... It's not a wraparound, is it? No, don't do it! Oh, you fucking idiot. Let's try and get up to a higher level. This game is very frustrating. He was on stage with Quang when it went wrong. He got it wrong. He still looks so young. I think it's just good genes in my family. For those of you that don't know, I'm actually 40 years old, but Tara Lou doesn't believe I'm 40. Between Quang and AF Retro, I think they own everything. Probably sounds about right. Although I need to follow AF Retro, I don't think I actually have him on the list. Lies. Oh, oh come on! How old do you think I am? I think I already asked it before. I think it said I would look like I was in my 30s or something. But no, I am that old. I mean, I could pull up proof. And the problem is it's on my phone. So on my phone, my mum sent me a load of... On my birthday, she sent me a load of pictures of me when I was younger. And there was one of me, really small, sat next to my 48K Plus at the time. And that was back in 80... Must have been about 87 maybe? Probably not. It was definitely kind of 80s thing. Early 30s. Speaking of 40, you visit January 21st and able to get to Bury. Well, I live in Salford area, so it wouldn't... the problem is, though, let me just check something. I do want to try and get to Amiga Island in January, so let me just see when that's going to be. because I've never actually been to Amiga Island. It doesn't really say. I know it's in January at some point. I'm pretty sure it's early January, but I can't remember when. So what's the occasion, or you're not allowed to say? Oh, it's your 40th. Yeah, I'll see if I can. I'll put it somewhere. Right. Oh, right. Hang on. I see what you mean. Speaking of 40, I do apologise for that. Right. Let me just. I take it you go in arcade club. With that kind of. Let me just put this in somewhere. Yeah. Okay. I've noted that down. Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll see if I can make it down there. Let if you're interested, I can let Cat Lady Game it, you know, and probably pop down. I can't see it as any. Yeah, I'll look. I'll try and sort it out. Sorry, my cat was being destructive. Alright, so for those of you that are not sure what the hell I'm doing here, at the bottom there, there's at the bottom down here, there's this little coffin with a Dracula in it that I've got to kind of kill. But I've only got punching. Ooh, oh I don't, cool. I did not know you could do that. Right, let's see if... Right, let's see if we take it now, motherfucker. Oh, bastard. Nope. Shit. What were we gonna say? Looks like Baby Castlevania. It's very, I don't know how to describe it. It is quite tough. So I now know that you can use knives, but it's almost like you're gonna jump on the knife to kind of make it drop. What are we on? 131. Let's do another game of this, and then I think I'll move over to Alien Syndrome on the Game Gear. I'll need to pick it up, so give me a sec. Right, key. Obviously, don't jump in the web, which I find which I've avoided doing for quite a while and then accidentally did. Right? Yes, I can, but it doesn't give me anything. Okay. Jesus. I think this is one of those games that really test whether how good you are as a gamer or it's just purposely evil. Not quite sure which one it meant. Right, there's a knife. Didn't manage to pick it up there. Right, got the knife, or the sword, or whatever we want to call it. Let's see if we can get Dracula up here. Probably not going to work there. And avoid him as best I can. Oh, I've got him. Finally. Right, okay. That's one done. There's another Dracula. I don't have a key. Speaking of which... Right, let's see if we can get this one. Right, okay, so basically the idea is use the sword as best you can. Because otherwise, punching Dracula is very difficult. So I've got 2 of the 5, I think. There's another one. I think those are going to be instant death. Another one. Oh, I've got no key. The hell? I don't know what that was. That's the key. sword gone? Come on. Wandering around trying to see if I can influence the sword to pop out, but not possible, unfortunately. So, if I jump correctly on the arrow, it kind of gives a almost pause to the enemies, it looks like. That's what I'm guessing. Ah! Alright, come on. Sitting here willing for the sword to come in, the problem is once it does, I kind of struggle. Oh, there we go. Oh! Come on. You know how much RNG this game has? Got it. Right. Time to wake up the Draco. Punch it again. Don't think we're gonna make this one. Nope. Have I invited you into my podcast? By way of what? Have you done it through something like email or something like that? Hang on, let me just check my... No, Twitter's not on. I don't think so. Right, so we're done with this game for now. Let me just go and grab the next game, which is going to be Alien Syndrome on the Game Gear. Just give me a moment. I have a few Game Gear games, but the ones I usually go to mainly is there's a game called Dragon Crystal, and that's a really fun what do you call it? It's roguelike. That's it. Then here's me inviting you. Are you on our Discord? I don't think so. And thank you for the invite as well. Right. Be a moment when I get the FTP up and ready. Not going too long now. Give me a sec. Please. Just FTPing into the Mr. device. Where's GG gone? There we go. Downloads, that's what I'm looking for. It should be still okay to upload zips. Let's see. OGG. And then this is the last game of the stream. Look, I'm tired, so I'm gonna rest a bit. No problem. Thank you for the invite, and I will get that sorted. Right, let's get this done. Sims. I vaguely remember this company doing, what was the game that they did on the Mega Drive? I think it was doing the Junkers High on, oh, that was it, Alien 20, Outrun 2019, that was it. I think it's just basically a run and gun with aliens. A bit like what Predator 2 ended up being. Oh, and then you got Matt Grill. Okay. Cat, shift your tail. The cat's up, so if you want to use the cat cam, feel free to do so. It's in the channel points. Oh, somebody already did. Cool. That's fine. Let me get the second cam available. Let's move it a little bit. There we go. Cam done. I'm trying to remember it's 10 minutes this time. Okay, so 59. Ooh. This is not a bad game. I've never actually played Alien Syndrome. I've heard of it, but not actually gone forward and done anything with it. Because I think it's on the Mega Drive as well. That's not a cat, it's a fluffy mouse Matt. Yep, she's a fluff monster. Not as fluffy as Mouse Cow from, oh, his channel, Geigerpunk on YouTube. She's very fluffy. But he also has a cat called Pixel, which is interesting. I think his cat is more like, oops. Is it Mog from the kids' books? I can't remember what type of cat that was. What am I supposed to do here? By force, okay. I'm assuming that's kind of forcing the lock, maybe. Shotgun looks terrible. But it seems to have a bit of power behind it. R is the one that I've got currently. FB is the fire, and L is the laser. I need to remember to keep at least one of them. Rounding up. Oh, is that a timer? It's kind of beeping behind. Okay, right. So I think the timer's on the menu. Right, okay. And now I've got used to the game. The guy dies a little bit like the real Ghostbusters. And also similar to the Ikari Warriors. Switch to Fireworks, I think that's a bit better. Right. Continue on. Just check the map. So if I go, like I said, sorry, if I go do what I did last time, and sort of take the bottom left and go around, it's probably a better idea. Start at the middle as well. Yeah, apologies if this is not the most interesting game I've played yet, but there's always going to be a few. I need to go middle top. Back, let me just check if time remaining 94. 194 and 2. Unless there's 2 lives left and 194 for the time, I think that would be. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Finally get out of this one. See what the next level's like. Kind of reminds me of Alien Breed. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. At least the bosses are a bit interesting. Wow. Need a bit more practice with that one. Yeah, I see what you mean by the whole alien breed thing. I think this obviously would have been a bit earlier, to be fair. Wasn't this an arcade version first? Alien Syndrome. Developed by Sega, released in arcades in 1987. I think Alien Breed probably would have been maybe around that time. 91 it was. Yeah. Excuse me. And then excuse me. And then you got the Alien Breed next bit with like evolution and stuff, which I've got on, was it Xbox? I think that was. Excuse me. So yeah, so that wasn't received well either, I don't think. Alien Breed it was fine, and then that came out, and then it was, oh, and there wasn't another room recently on Alien Breed. They just announced one or something like that, I can't remember. See what happens if I get 2 of these. Oh, that's good. So they kind of sort of change. That's homing style. Pretty sure that was the FB one. I was trying to avoid them thinking, oh, it's the same weapon and it's probably not going to do much, but it's good if they kind of change it up a little bit. Let's see what this does with the boss. Ooh, that's a nasty move. Oof. So I'm assuming the faces at the bottom of the people that you rescue. This feels very aliens now. Am I not allowed to touch the monster spawner? Is that the issue? This one, what's she doing? Is she knitting or something? That's what it looks like. Do top then round. No lives left. The exit is top right. I need to do go bottom first, I think. Doing quite well then. Okay, I can do another continue. So I'm going to keep playing for half hour and then I'm going to kill a stream. Kill a stream sounds horrible. I'm going to end the stream and then I will raid over to someone else. So have a quick look who's available at the moment. Krista Bites is still chain. I wouldn't expect her to carry on this long. I know she's building something at the moment. Got a few people on. Okay, fair enough. Right, see who's still around in half an hour. I do like the fact that you're on round 2, so they've not pushed you back to the first round. Try and play around with some of the weapons as well to see what differences there are. So it looks like the R basically gets faster, probably more destructive. See if we can find another one. Sneaking onto the sneaking past the spawners. And oh, hang on a minute. Rescued this one. Should be fine for the time. Okay. Give me another continue. No, you're not. Okay, so I only get, what, 1 or 2 continues? That's not too bad. 2000 AD. Well, that's dated well. A large band of alien beings had invaded Space Colony Alpha and taken the crew hostage. But through the valiant efforts of Ricky and Marty, 2 young members of Scott, the aliens were defeated. All of the hostages were freed unharmed. And now, 5 years have passed. Emergency messages received for space transport Dagon. Mayday. This is space transport Dagon. We have been invaded by an unknown creature whilst in flight near Alpha. We are unable to continue our mission. Request immediate assistance. He needs it back. Right, okay. It's just a simple setup, really. Okay, got another... Let's see if we can get into the second section a bit better than we did when we first played it. So let's try the laser this time. I try to avoid the question marks as well because I'm trying to keep the I'm assuming they're all going to be different weapons, and I want to keep these as best as I can. I've got a feeling this is going to be one of those games where it changes the weapon and the power if you change the type. Ooh, double lasers. See how this goes with the boss. That was the double lasers, and I'm going to save it for the next round to see how far those go. I think I'll try the F one, which is just a flamer. We've done FB. How did I manage to walk over that without... Okay, whatever. There's the F1. It seems to have a couple more shotguns in here. Oh. I think I'm rushing it a bit. I'm sure there was another F around. No. There's the laser, right, okay. this flamer has a certain range as well. Definitely tried to avoid that. That's a bit of a sneaky one with the like the other enemy, you know, that enemy that comes out. That's just right. Okay, so I'm seeing more S's. Let's try the shotgun then. Or spread shot maybe, probably the best, I'd say best way. Probably more likely. Oh! And I've just reset back to the standard. Really don't like it spread shot, it's just awful. We'll be on 22, you know what, let's just call it for... Yeah, okay. I think we're done with this one. Right. So, thanks everybody for popping in. It's been a good stream. So we played a few good games. Let me just find where my upcoming is. So yeah, we played more Ghouls and Ghosts on the Sega Master System. That's really nice. One of those games where they bought it and then they add things to it. So you can get things like red and green armor, and you got different spells that do different things, and that's pretty good. Played Ghost House, which at first was very tough and annoying, but I finally worked out how to do a few bits, and that started to get a bit more interesting. And we've just finished with Alien Syndrome, which is an okay game. It's a good port, but I think people can kind of get bored with that sort of thing, so apologies if you kind of got a bit bored during that, but that's what happened usually. Next week we'll be looking on the SNES side, so we're looking at Clock Tower, Ghoul Patrol and Super Castlevania 4, and then I think the week after that will be NES. In fact, let me just check if I'm on schedule for this. Yes, I should be. So I might not get to Demon's World on the PC Engine, but I should get through to Game Boy. It should be enough. Anyway, so we've got, next week we've got Clock Tower, Ghoul Patrol and Super Castlevania 4. Then it's going to be on a NES side, Frankenstein, The Monster Returns, Bram Stoker's Dracula, and then on Game Boy we're going to look at Bubble Ghost and Dr. Franken. And maybe if we've got time we can add on we can add on Demon's World for the PC Engine. If not, no biggie. I'm sure somebody will pick that up at some point. Let's have a look at what schedule is for this week. I'll find where it is. There we go. So I'm back again tomorrow on Amiga Monday, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to update you with what's going on with the Amiga game project. At the moment I need to read through this, which is Deluxe Paint 4, because I've tried a few different avenues to get this artwork over, and it's not been 100% successful. So I'll go into that tomorrow. I think I'll try and do some horror streams. Just play some horror games on there. I think last time I played something like, I think maybe a week ago or so, I played Fright Night. We could probably play a few other games in there. I've got, sorry, my mouse. Give me a sec, let me just wipe my palette. I've got Brides of Dracula. And I think there's a Frankenstein game on there that didn't quite work for some reason. But we can have a look through, and maybe other people can request stuff and get some more games on there. Retro Tuesday, we're looking at Polar Radiance. We've been playing through that at the moment on the 486, and that's a real 486 I've got down here. For those of you that haven't seen that, I've had to basically slow down the processor and then slow down the processor even more through a program just to get this game to actually play at a good speed on the 486, because it's that, even that difference is quite powerful on there. I mean, it was playable, but you couldn't actually see the text come up properly. It would just come up and then vanish. Friday is another Amiga stream. It's looking at Soccer Kid, which is part of Retro Asylum Game Club. That's what we picked for this month. I've got to, on Friday, I got to, there seems to be 2 sections per area. So I did, I think England, the countryside, and it wasn't London was the next one. And then you moved over to Italy. So I got to Italy. It was okay. And then Sundays, obviously, I'm doing Essing. We already know what we're doing here. So, yes, Moso, that was it. What I'm going to do on Tuesday is I'm going to create a batch file, so you can see me do that. And then that means that future games are just sort that out for a batch file, rather than having to type it out all the time. So, thanks to Taralu for the raid. And let me get this right. John Gilb, Grassomaniac, Taralu, thank you for the follows. Is that it? I think that's it. Yep. And let's have a look and see who is still streaming. Interesting choices. Let's see. No. Okay, one person's just gone. Okay, I think I'm going to pass it over to Thundergosa, who's playing Ghostbusters on the Genesis. Let me just get my side set up so I'm not sitting through an advert. It's pushing me through 2 adverts now. What a surprise. Okay, right, start the raid now. He's playing on the what? Sorry. I'm sorry. It says Genesis, but he's actually playing it on the Mega Drive. There you go. Sorry. It's the American. It's what he's put on a title. I can't read, but yeah, it's the Mega Drive. I do apologise. let's get this rating before everybody else jumps on me for using the dreaded G word. Right, okay. Again, thanks everybody for popping in. I will see you hopefully tomorrow or on another stream that I've already mentioned. You can see the schedule there. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later. So, bye.